What is up, Attacking Third fam? Thank you for joining us. We have a great show for you today. I'm your host, Darian Jenkins, joined by McCall Zerboni and the girl that keeps breaking records back to back to back, Lo'eau Labonta. Welcome, and everyone. We are going to be talking about Lowe's favorite moments from this record-breaking season, as well as some pep talks that we've all needed, maybe given, maybe wish we would have had in our playing career that we know some women's Champions League teams need after match day one. And thank you if you're joining us here live on YouTube, you're listening as a podcast, or you're watching us on GalazoNet. We appreciate it so much. Appreciate it. Jump in the comments. Let us know what's going on. Lo, first of all, congratulations. You look great. How was the last game? Because we got to see you guys honor my former teammate too, Mel Weber. She's retiring, stepping away from the game, has been dealing with a lot of injuries the last few years. But I love that you guys have made it a thing to show up in shirts, rocking the player. How were celebrations just honoring her career?
I think she is one of the easiest people to celebrate. If you've ever had her as a teammate, she is full of so much compassion. She puts her friends first always. She'll do anything she can for you. She's a great cook. That helps as well. We will always take all the treats, all the food. So she's such an easy person to celebrate. Whether you've been our teammate for a while, even the new rookies. I think especially, Gabby Robinson and Alex Pfeiffer, they were all going through knee issues last year together into this year. So she was very supportive emotionally for them too, was with them every day doing rehab. So it was a very loving day for her. Her family was there. Mana Shim was there for her. Yeah, so it was a great time. Even my husband, who was like the busiest guy when we had her retirement party after the game, like he was so tired, but he was like, she's always been there for us. I got to be there for her. I was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like
that's my man.
Yes, when your significant other like loves your friends just as much as you do, it's amazing. So it was a great day, great night, great weekend.
Oh, I absolutely love it. We also got to give some flowers. Like now that we're on the topic of players retiring, Kristen Hamilton, we've all played with her, which is funny when we talked about this off cameras. Like we've all played with her either together or in our own separate experiences. I played with her at North Carolina and for a bit at Kansas City. McCall just in North Carolina, right? And then
Just
Low,
in North
Kansas
Carolina.
City. Yeah, Kansas City just for you. But we have to give her flowers too because incredible player. I think back at playing with her and just fun memories come up on and off the pitch. Player that truly paid their dues and didn't always get their flowers, but one of the best players on and off the pitch that I've ever gotten to share the field with. I'm sure McCall, Low, you both feel the same.
I think she had so much raw talent that she busted her booty to like elevate to the level that you saw her give. And she always found her way breaking into lineups. Like when we had a star center roster,
Right.
she was always tipping her way into that. And then the person she is, she's so fun loving. Like I literally think of Hammy and I smile. Like
Me
she is
too.
just
Yeah.
so cute. Like she just makes you smile and she's a really endearing human being, Like she engages with you. She cares about people, she'll just be like, how are you today, Call? And she'll like mean it, Like, oh,
Hmm.
I love her. I miss her. The game's gonna miss her.
I think it's crazy to think how many trophies she has because
Yo.
when they just posted that, I was like, I did not realize, and I was bragging on our last call, McCall, because I was like, McCall and Jess were talking about how many trophies they all had. Hammy was with you guys in all those photos as well. And so
Hmm.
she was so experienced. And one thing I'll always remember is that year she got traded from North Carolina to us. Like you guys were top of the table. We were last. And when she came, I had never met her, but I was just like, bring it in. This
Yep.
we need you. Thank you so much. This is when players had no say in their trades. So it was like her, Haley Mix, and one other player. And they came to us at the bottom of the table and we're like, we need you. We're going to build something here. And she's been a part of it since. And I think, we're talking about her as a player, but I think she's also one of the funniest human beings. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
she is
Agreed.
always, it was my favorite thing watching like Desiree Scott do a dance and then Hammy try and like do it as well. And she doesn't care what you think. She's going to go full in. Now we call her Handy Hammy because she has all these tools. She helps players like change their tires. They call her immediately for a flat. They call AAA. They call Hammy and E-ball. And they just help them with all those things. So it's like, those are the things that I think we pride ourselves on the culture of our team. And it's because of people like that.
I love it. She's one of those players that is so emblematic of this league. So I hope I can't wait to see the behind the scenes of the celebrations you guys eventually are going to do from her, because just being teammates with her, I know it's going to be chaotic and really fun. And there's going to be a lot of stories on that following 8-3 Monday show when that happens. But shout out to Hammy, record-breaking player, incredible human being. Perfect transition, though, to Lo'eau. God damn. Kansas City. Let me just read this off. Kansas City. This is the 8th home shutout this season. New NWSL single season record. Morena's 14th shutout. New single season record for a goalkeeper. Also, Kansas City's career leader in shutouts, passing A.D. French. 20th win for Kansas City, extending the club and league single season record. And 62 points is a new league record for points in a mother effing season.
Just 5 records broken like that. No big deal.
With some change left. Still some games left to play. I mean, Lo'eau, incredible season. You've been leading this team. It's been such a joy to watch and just come talk to you. And just, even personally as a friend, knowing your journey in the league and seeing you finally get this success and accolades and record breaking. Did you think this year was going to be like this? Like, did you have any inkling it was going to be this monumental?
Absolutely not. I mean, I honestly don't look at records, right? Like the one that I tied, I didn't break it yet, but I just tied Megan Rapinoe's for most PKs made in the league. Like, I had no idea about any of that stuff. Media always comes on, does the interview and throws this out. I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope.
We rely on y'all. We ain't counting ourselves. Let me tell you. Please keep it coming.
Like because I mean, we say this in the in our locker room and our facility all the time is like, stay humble so you don't get humbled. So I think we've gone with that mentality all year because, you know, last year our season ended early and we don't want to live through that again. So we're continuing to push. Like our film today, just talk about all these records. We got destroyed again in film. And I'm like, I swear we're getting better. Like, you don't have to tear us up like that. Like, give us a little congratulations. But then
it's very Black hope.
It's very Black. And that's just what we've done every single week. So what I'm really proud of is Lorena, you know, coming in and breaking that. We pride ourselves on trying to get shutouts. So not just Lorena, all of our defense, everybody defending. I think Vlaco really enjoys these 1-0 or 2-0 wins over the ones last year where sometimes it'd be like 5-2. He's like, no, I don't want these goals back there. I'll take a couple.
They were fun to watch though.
Right?
It was a dramatic game to watch.
Crazy. Yeah.
So it's been really fun. We did our team photo today, you know, when you have to do all the members and stuff. So it was cool to just have everyone in the organization together with the shield in the photo. That was really cool. But yeah, we're trying to leave a little room for Photoshop and get that last big one in there.
I don't know if a lot of our listeners know that and fans, but like most people would think that we take our team photo at the beginning of the season, but it's always at the end of the season because the roster kind of fluctuates and changes.
Can't make any more trades. You got to lock in.
After that roster freezes, that's when you do team media photo shoot day.
I know, it's crazy. I wish like too that someone was just really good at Photoshop because we've had some players this year who are no longer on the team, but I'm like, you were such a huge part.
Well.
So I'm like, hopefully they got part of that shield bonus. I don't know how that works, but I was like, you were there. You were a part of this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do I need to like add
McCall's like from experience? You don't.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's okay.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
But right now, no.
New CBA, throw it in.
Yeah.
But Lo, with that journey, just reading off the records is wild. And I was actually talking with Kelly O'Hara about this because we were talking about WNBA and the Aces winning and they swept. But people don't realize the journey of the highs and lows, what goes on behind the scenes. the challenges that go throughout an entire season, also the fun moments that you live through that maybe don't even have to do with the games, but can be off the pitch, on the pitch. So we wanted to ask you what were your top 5 favorite memories of this season so far.
Oh,
That's
it's
a lot.
I know.
5? I can't wait to hear this.
You
Have
don't
the
have to
floor,
do
sis.
5, but this is what's written in the rundown. I also went, damn, 5. Maybe she's
Yeah,
probably got 5.
I I have plenty for sure. But I know I would say like right now, number one would be winning the Shield. Like that was
Mm,
huge. And for so many people on our team, like they had never won that trophy. I don't even think Blacko's won 2 championships, but I don't think he ever had a Shield. So that I think was huge for not just the players, the staff, the club, like the city. That was big. That was huge. That one was probably number one. And I think number two on top of that is we won that. We celebrated. We had like a little party after because the next morning we were doing the Premier League host for the city. So where they, when they go to cities, play the game,
yeah.
all of them there. We had that and we got to show off our shield on like national television as
Oh,
well,
that's sick.
watch these games. And so everybody in Kansas City who loves soccer, not just in the city, but internationally, was there and congratulating us. And I think that's such a big moment in women's football too, because yes, there were men's football games on, but they knew who we were. And I was like, this is so cool. We made it. We're on the world stage. Let's go. So I would say that I don't know if that's 1A and 1B. That's like
Okay, so that's
all about
it's one together. Okay, the Shield is all put together.
100%. I think another big moment, because this is just new, is off the field. Vanessa DiBernardo is our first player to have a KC baby. I think it's the coolest thing because she's meant to be a mom. You know those players that like
Yes.
just care for other players, and when you start to get a little older, you're like, you'll be a great mom. She's literally like glowing with her baby bump. We had her baby shower yesterday. So we had our game, we had Mal's retirement party after the game, and then the next day we had Vanessa DiBernardo's baby shower. And just anytime we can bring all the team together and to celebrate her, she had to like open gifts in front of us, and she hates being in the spotlight. She's like, let's go faster. And there was like one gift she couldn't unwrap. It was like taped to the T. Like there was no way she was getting like so
She started sweating, getting red.
Yes. And we were like, take your time, girl. But she just hates it. But we're like, we're gonna do it even more because we love celebrating you.
Right.
So
Wait, I love that. Did you guys get to play games with her and stuff? I feel like the games at baby showers are really fun.
it's so funny. I think it was a little tame one just because we had just had the game, the retirement party, and then we're like,
Mhm.
let's drink some water today, ladies.
So you were a little hungover at the baby shower. Okay, got it.
But the funniest game that I enjoyed so much is every player on the roster sent in a baby photo. And so you had to guess who was who. And it was the funniest thing because like you like say my picture, for example, was grainy as hell. And then like Pfeiffer, who's 17, was like the clearest photo ever. So like
It was super modern.
you could see the difference in that, but I thought it was so cool. Some people like look like they're themselves and their babies, and others you're like, that's not you. Who is that? It's
Oh,
that one was a blast. But we kept it kind of tame because again, we had to then go in today, train again, go over film, get humbled. But yeah, those are I think my favorite moments are always when like my teammates are getting celebrated. They definitely deserve all the flowers, every one of my teammates. I know when attacking third does like the best 11, and I'm like, I want every one of my teammates out there. I was just talking to Izzy Rodriguez, and I was like, how is every American on our team like not getting called into the national team? Like you know what I'm like,
right.
everyone here is so good and so impressive, and I just want everyone to get their flowers. So I would say that too, like Izzy Rodriguez getting called into a camp. Like I wanted to be there because I wanted to like celebrate her moment with her But I was just so proud that people on our team are continuing to get that opportunity. Like, I want Kayla Sharples to eventually get called in. We're getting her.
I said that watching with Efi. I was like, it's wild she hasn't been called in yet to me.
She's been so good this year,
She
and
has
like
been Defender of the Year for me.
really lifted her game from last year, the amount of growth from last year to this year. And then if she keeps that trajectory, whoo.
Yeah, she's a boss.
I obviously want all the talented players to come to our team. Like, I want to keep winning. I want all the best. But one thing I love is, like, when we got Kayla, I don't think she was necessarily as good as she is playing right now. So the fact that she was able to grow that quickly means she's going to continue to get better and dominate. And I think that's what I'm most like. Think of Cooper, for example, that has been here for years. Now she's crushing it with this new staff and team. I think I want Ali Sentnor to get there too. Like,
yeah,
it's so impressive what this staff can do and the buy-in from the players, and the practice is what making these players better. And it's so impressive how much better they're getting and how good they are. And I'm just glad.
Hello, I'm going to take a moment to shout you out though, because players don't develop in cultures they're not enjoying and not enjoying who they're playing with. And you're such a massive part of the Kansas City culture that you set for your teammates. And like, you're a huge part of their development and how they feel in order to grow.
Oh
Seriously.
my God.
right. You don't
You,
think of
you,
Kansas City without Lo'eau.
you give them daily water. Absolutely.
Thank you. Oh my God. I feel like I get like an affirmation like every episode, and I love it.
Okay, so what are we on? That was number 3 or 4. Do you have more?
I mean, I literally am just going to say every fun thing we do, like, ever. You know what a big one was? Actually, this last game, I think TIFOs are such a huge part of the soccer game. And
Yes.
did you see the one that our Blue Crew, which is our fans, did for Michelle Cooper?
First of all, you could
It
totally
was so
tell it was
sick.
her. It
Yes.
almost
It
looked like
was
a
sick.
photo. And by the way,
Yes.
that's art. Massive art takes them months.
Yes.
Like, I am always so in awe and in love and appreciative because it's like, and they're like a little team too to put that
Hmm.
together. And everyone's like,
These
uh,
people are not paid.
No,
This is in their free
no,
time that they're going and
yes.
making. Lo, you also had a really sick one too. Was it last season or this season? You had a giant tifo as well.
I had one this season, but you may be thinking of the one from last season where it was like Lowzilla. It was like a massive.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I
Yeah.
wonder where they put them. Like, I hope they keep them.
I
Like,
wonder
and
that
like,
too.
thank you for making them. Like, we see you. They're so freaking awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
And one cool thing I saw, they did it for my husband. When they made his TIFO on his team, then they printed shirts of that. And I was like,
Oh,
that
that's a
Oh,
good
that's cool.
I think
idea.
that's so cool. So definitely the Teal Pony Club needs to be in the team store end of day.
I love that. That's a good shout. Well, Lo, there's so many fun things. I'm sure we'll revisit this as well, because who knows? You've got 2 games left. There's probably more records, more memories we can reflect on with that. But a fun question that we came up with was, as the Selly Queen, are there any celebrations this year that have just been like, ooh, top tier, that have just kind of like made your top 1 to 2 list?
Honestly, the one that Cooper did where she like just did, I was
That
like,
was sick.
that was saucy. That was so saucy.
When I saw that, I went, ah.
Yeah, literally,
Yeah.
like, you get it. And it came out of nowhere, and because we hadn't discussed it or anything, so she even surprised me. I was like, that was saucy. But I think one that I do want to shout out is GIF Monday. When she got her hat trick, she had so many, and I was like, I want to do these dances with her. So when you see someone celebrate and you want to be a part of it, I'm like, that's a good Selly. In college soccer right now, I don't know if you guys have seen those. Maybe just
Oh,
because
yeah.
people always tag me in Sellies. I'm like, seeing all of my feed is just random people celebrating, and I love it. But they're even doing it in college soccer now. And I'm like, I love that. I'm such a fan. Like, and usually in college soccer, there's like hundreds of goals. So
Hmm.
please shout out you guys. Keep doing them. I love those. but I
Makes
always,
the game fun, you
right?
know?
It does.
I always
And
And I
say,
like
love
they
seeing players'
really,
personalities.
yes,
well, and I was like VDB too. Like when I scored, I'm like, no one look at me. I don't want attention, you know? Like, but like people that are like, they deserve that crown for a moment. And like the longer they do a celebration, the more the attention's on them, you know? Like they deserve it.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Trying to waste time, guys. Like I always tell, like
Catch
you,
your breath.
yeah. When Temwa scores, she's literally starting to run back to half, and I pull her back, and I'm like, walk back to the line.
this is what I always say to Lynn Williams. I said, your jog is my sprint.
Yeah,
So I
Yeah.
am exerting way more energy to make it there. Can you just slow down?
please. Let me get
That
Yes.
some
makes me
water.
think one of my favorite celebrations of the season was watching Temwa after she scored the header run over to Vlatko and the whole team celebrate and her telling
Oh,
him, now you have to dye your hair blue, which I hope you guys do that. Like there has to be something with
Yes.
that at the end of the season. If you guys win, I think that has to happen. His hair will grow back.
yeah. And I think Becky Sauerbrunn was the one who's like, he's been my coach for 15 years and he's had the same haircut. And I'm like, yeah, let's switch it up. Like, we got to change something. I know I was there when I witnessed one of, I'm not going to reveal who the staff member was because I don't think he knows who it is, but they put a teal wig on his desk like the day after that game. It was like a deal's a deal. And
Oh, that's funny.
I love that. Like I know we do that as players, but to see staff do that too, I'm like, we got to remember that they're human beings as well. They're just as stressed. They need to let loose sometimes.
Yeah,
You and the fans, you guys should do like a teal wig day and like give them out, or like for your
that's
like
smart.
first like quarter final or whatever.
A teal
Yeah.
toupee.
Like instead of wearing teal t-shirts, like the whole, it would be a sea of teal, but it's everybody's hair. That'd be
Yes,
so cool.
that'd
I
be
love that.
hilarious. People always ask me what my next celly is, and I'm like, do I start adding props? Like, am I too basic now? Do I throw something to me and implement some props? I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. Well, I'm sure we're going to come back to this and reflect on more memories, especially from Kansas City. But I do want to give a special shout out to somebody who announced they're retiring at the end of the season too, Lou Barnes.
Aw.
Talk about a player,
Lulu.
what, 250 appearances in the NWSL, stayed with Seattle Reign the entire time that they've existed. One of the very few players to do that. So wanted to give her a special shout out because I'm honored I got to play with her at Seattle. A leader, beautiful person, inside and out, deserves all of her flowers for what she's done in this league on and off the pitch. And McCall, you played at UCLA with her too, huh?
Yes, 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 yes. Sweetest human, mild-mannered, caring, thoughtful, but obviously such a baller on the field. And like it's no secret that she's the first to do it because I feel like consistency is her key. Like she always puts a good
Yeah.
performance out there no matter what, no matter the schedule, no matter a home or away, what the season is, how her team is doing personally. She is just such a baller all the freaking time, whether she's playing center back, outside back. Shout out to her and her qualities. Like, go Lou, baby. Wow.
Oh, we love you, Lou. Um,
Yes, Lou.
Yeah, we love you, Lou. Appreciate you so much and congratulations. And it's funny because she's a player that gave me a lot of pep talks when I was at Seattle. And that's what we're talking about next, along with some of the Women's Champions League teams that are going to need it for match day 2. So stick with us after this quick break.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars! What a difference she has made!
The question is, can you handle it?
The crowd here feels electric.
Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount Plus.
What up, friends? Welcome back to Attacking Third. Okay, let's get into Women's Champions League. Match day 1 happened last week. We got to cover it on CBS. We had a lot of goals, mainly from the Spanish teams, and sadly, some big losers, some teams that kind of got mollywopped match day 1 that are going to have to make up a lot. Yeah, there we go, Lo. They're going to have to make up a lot. Well, thinking about goal differential, what that comes down to. So they need a big pep talk. And we're talking about Roma, PSG, my dark horse, Bayern Munich, and St. Pölten are the teams that struggled in match day 1 and didn't have a good outing. So I think this is the perfect crew to talk about this with. If you had to give a pep talk to these teams going into match day 2, which starts Wednesday and Thursday this week on CBS, don't miss it. McCall, I want to start with you. What would you say? What would be your pep talk? And I actually should hold on. Let me start this off. McCall gives the best pep talks, y'all. McCall is a legend. My memories from the pitch, I like forget. I remember big moments. What I will never forget is McCall's big blue eyes staring into our souls, pre-game, halftime, post-game, riling us up to get our shit together to get a win. Gives the best talks. So McCall, what would you say to this team?
Before you even start, because I can't wait to hear, but I've obviously never gotten one from you, but every time the camera is like on you in the huddle, like I have this visual in my head right now, and I'm just like, ooh, what is she saying? Like, I want to like write it down because people are getting amped after, and I know
It's
I'm
poetic.
the same one that like the camera zooms in when we're talking, but I don't care to do that. I don't want just nobody else wants to do it. So please, McCall, give me all the notes right now.
Well, thanks, you guys. Thanks, D Money. Most of the time I feel like nobody's listening, so I'm glad somebody was. I think for me, I come from the school of hard knocks. It's the same way that I talk to myself, and the same way that I motivate my teammates. Like I'm a pusher, right? Like I like to pull when I need to and push when I need to. But after like a big loss or something like that, I would just say, "Do you like how this feels? Sit in it for a second. Does this feel good? No, it does not. So we're going to do everything that we need to do this week to never feel this again. And we will handle our business when it comes next." Or just something like that, I
Oh my
guess. I
God,
don't know.
I'm literally about to run through this.
I know, right? Why am I going on a run in the rain after this?
I'm
It's true.
embarrassed.
Do you think though? Like, don't be embarrassed. It's hype. Like if you're an athlete, like I think about this all the time. Like that should motivate you. That should not make you question anything about yourself. Like it's a common goal. We need to
Yeah.
give everything to it. And I think like for these players, for example, we did this when we came off a bad year a couple years ago. We wrote down every like bad feeling we had. We wrote down what was not going well, and then we wrote down what we're going to do to improve. So when it comes to moments that you're not performing or you get a loss, you bring those back up. Like you can compare it. That's
Mm-hmm.
an easy thing you can see and compare it to. And that's what I think we've continued to do. And obviously, we had a really bad year a couple years ago. And then last year, we had a good year, but we fell short. So we continue to bring up those things because we don't want to go through that again. Exactly.
Mhm.
We hated how that felt. We don't want to do it. So we need to continue to do more and sharpen to be our best.
You're exactly right, Lo, because like a loss is a teacher. And if you don't use
Yeah.
it as a teaching moment, then it was empty and it was worth nothing. So you have to take what you can get from it, use it as motivation, and you know how it is.
I think it's too such like, I don't know. People always say it's an American thing, like, how because teams don't get relegated and all that. And if you lose, it's all right. You think about the next moment. But that's kind of, you have to have like a short term memory in sports,
Mm-hmm.
whether you are successful or you fail, because there's always a next one. So, well, hopefully for these teams, like obviously they have the next game, but they need to perform here so that they have a next one after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
There's-
knowing that you have another opportunity. Seize it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's such a fine line between like confidence and humbleness, right? Like you need things like how you guys talk about at Kansas City, like things to humble you and be your motivation, but not be so critical on yourself that you lose your confidence and your hope and your inspiration. It's a tough mental game, just like I'm sure everyone deals with in their personal lives, but as an athlete, it's difficult.
I think I look back at McCall, I think especially with you, we always had a mantra that as a team we would come up with at the start of the season. I remember one was stay the course. And when things would go bad, I think we lost to like Chicago or something like that. That's when you jump back to those moments where it's like, we're
Totally.
building something. Let's get back to the fundamentals. Let's get back to who we are. And that's how you have to continue moving forward. But I love, shout out to our producer, Courtney, who put in the chat, be a goldfish from the KC native Ted Lasso. So shout out to that. But what makes a really good pep talk? When I think about this, McCall, it's so funny. I literally think of you. It's like
Oh, thank you.
it's like someone you can see really cares, and yes, critical, but there I don't know, McCall, I want to know from you, like, what are the elements to you that you even like come up with stuff to say? Because I would be like, damn, that was good.
I'm
Like, I should
I
write
mean,
that down.
I think you nailed on the head. Like I really cared. Like I really wanted my teammates to do well and get the best out of them and feel good about themselves. And have their best performances. And so like when you're passionate, I guess it's just passion because I genuinely cared how good they felt and how well they performed. And obviously for the club as well. Like I took a lot of responsibility that the club's success was either my fault or not. Like I just put that on my shoulders, and I just, you just put your best foot forward. Everybody does, but everybody does it in different ways. And sometimes it's more about their personal performance. For me, it was more like I'm representing my team, I'm representing my club, and I will do nothing to let them down, kind of thing.
That's
So
such a leader. I think I said this earlier this year to Vlaco. I'm like, because we had like back-to-back losses, and I was like, bro, I will not remember all the wins, but I will take the losses personally. Like that, I'm like, that's on me. And we have talks a lot of like he and I will have meetings every week, and I'm like, what? He'll usually tell me exactly what I need to do better, but I can still ask. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
I want answers. I need to do everything I can to help this club be successful because we're getting so close and we need to just get it over the line. So I'm like, give me, and then also not me asking Blacko like he has all the answers. Like, come on, guys. I should probably go to therapy as well and these other things. But literally that's what we're trying to do at this club. And so we're just trying to take everything and just put a great product out there. And
no,
yeah,
but that's amazing for you personally, Lo, because I think like the best leaders, like they're never like this. They're always like this. What do
Yeah.
I need to do better? What have I let my teammates down? Like, how do I help them? Not what did they do wrong? They need to improve, they need to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the best way to go about it, I think.
All right. Well, I hope that these teams take a listen to our pod and get some motivation. We got a little McCall pep talk. We got into the mindset of Lo and how she got. Wait, Lo, do you give your pep talks to your team pre-game?
yeah, so I've tried to make it where it's not just me. I've not started a few games this year, so if you're wearing that captain's band, you have to do it. Like that's I'm just like, nah, I'm on the bench. I'll be cheering for you there, but you pump it. You're gonna be out with the team right now. Like you pump it up. And I remember Kayla had one this year, and I was like, yeah, she's ready. The way she like pumped the team up, I was like, let's go, Kayla, lead this squad. So I usually have to do it. I go off, I'm the same as you. I'm a pusher.
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually yelling. You can usually see my vein, like when the camera's on us. But too, it's like Cooper will usually yell something as well. It either has to do with our game plan or just, if you're playing a hard team that's going to be hitting you a lot, like Louisville, for example, it's going to be like, don't let them win that battle. Stuff like that, where it's like, you got to get in the mental side of it because everybody's a really good soccer player. Every player out there is there. Mentally, you just got to be better than the other team as well and more passionate. So that's what we try and do.
Yeah. Okay, well, I love this. Guys, I'm kind of hyped. I'm gonna go on a run. It's pouring in New York City. I'm going on a run after this. But I hope that the teams that we're looking to kind of bounce back from match day 1 get to do it in match day 2, and they take a listen to this pod. I thought it was brilliant. Lo, thank you so much. Congratulations on breaking everything down from us and the record-breaking year you've had. McCall, I'm glad I got a little more insight back into those days when you would give us a pre-game speech. I absolutely live for it. Our listeners, thank you so much for jumping on with us, whether you're on Golazonet here on YouTube or listening as a pod. We appreciate it. And don't forget, A3 will be back this Thursday on the 16th to recap everything from Champions League Match Day 2. And you will be joined with Sandra Herrera, Jordan Angeli, and Satara Murray at 6:30 p.m. You don't want to miss it. From McCall, Lo, our producer Courtney, and Des, I'm Darian. This was Attacking Third.